That night, father and daughter celebrated quietly, ordering greasy Chinese takeout and binge-watching an old detective show. They chuckled at how absurdly corny it was compared to real life. "So, Dad," Lisa teased between bites of lo mein, "is this what it was like for you every day before you got framed? Dramatic interrogations, mustache-twirling villains?" He laughed, ruffling her hair. "Not quite so dramatic. Maybe a little less mustache-twirling from the suspects, though." She giggled, leaning her head on his shoulder as they finished the episode. Later, while brushing his teeth, Steve caught a glimpse of himself in the mirror. The lines of stress still etched his face, but there was something new in his eyes, a calmness that hadn't existed during his prison days. He saw a man tempered by heartbreak, yet anchored by love, forging ahead despite everything. Days later, an email arrived from a publisher who had read Kate's articles about his case. They asked if Steve would consider writing a memoir. His wrongful conviction, the conspiracy, the rescue of Lisa. He hesitated, unsure if he wanted to relive every painful moment in print. But when Lisa suggested it might help others, he mused over the idea. With Kate's editorial guidance, maybe he'd do it. For now, though, he had a backlog of investigations waiting. A mother claimed her son's fatal overdose was staged. A local business complained of extortion. Each new case reaffirmed what he already knew. He'd found his niche, not as a cog in the departmental machine, but as an independent champion for the vulnerable. After one particularly grueling investigation, the mother remarked, "You remind me of a detective with a personal stake in every case." Steve replied softly, "After what I've been through, I can't do it any other way." That was the heart of it. Having walked the darkest path himself, he refused to let others suffer alone. Word spread, and Callahan Investigations thrived. Kate wrote follow-ups praising the small but unstoppable detective agency. Aidan sometimes joked that Steve solved more city corruption cases now than the official force. Though battered by scandal, the city tried to move forward under new leadership, which promised transparency. People recognized that without Aidan, Kate, and especially Steve's unwavering love for Lisa, the conspiracy might have remained buried forever. In quiet moments, Steve recalled the day he was arrested, the way Lisa's eyes brimmed with tears as they pulled him away. Remembering that hard break made him hold her tighter each time they reunited. No matter how many criminals he put behind bars, the real victory was ensuring she grew up safe, with faith in her father. That intangible triumph was the greatest redemption he could hope for. Eventually, Lisa turned 13, then 14. Each birthday felt like a small miracle of normalcy. She invited friends over, ate cake, giggled about teenage topics. Steve watched from the kitchen, marveling that once upon a time, men had threatened to snatch her away. She had overcome that fear with a courage beyond her years. Sometimes across the table, she'd share a smile that said, "We made it." He returned the silent message, grateful to fate, or providence, or perhaps just the unstoppable power of truth. One crisp autumn morning, as golden leaves swirled around them, Steve and Lisa strolled by Redwood Bridge, the very spot associated with the claim that placed him near the murder scene. The city had added a small plaque on the walkway, subtly honoring those who fought for justice, referencing Councilman Sinclair in veiled terms. Lisa read it quietly, linking arms with her dad. "Sometimes I wonder," she said, her voice hushed, "why it had to happen that way. So scary and painful, just to get rid of corruption." Steve sighed, pressing her hand gently. "Sometimes the darkest nights reveal how strong we can be. If Sinclair's murder taught the city to watch for corruption, maybe his sacrifice wasn't in vain." She nodded, tears barely held at bay. They stood there for a while, letting the brisk wind swirl leaves around them. Another father and daughter walked past, glancing at them with polite smiles. Lisa gave a small wave. It felt almost normal. Two families passing by. Steve realized that was the ultimate gift, to exist without fear, to be an ordinary dad with an extraordinary past. The pain might never fully vanish, but it no longer defined him. He had a future brimming with second chances, whether that meant investigating a new lead tomorrow or simply taking Lisa out for ice cream. Kate texted him that afternoon. Heard rumors of leftover Langdale affiliates. Up for more digging? He responded immediately. Always. Then he put away his phone, focusing on Lisa at his side. The day was too bright to overshadow with new drama. Tomorrow's battles could wait. She teased him about the way he sometimes overanalyzed passers-by. "You're always profiling people in your head, aren't you, Dad?"